Elon Musk, an American entrepreneur, has finally dispelled the myths surrounding the Giza pyramids in Egypt. Everything has altered as a result of this revelation. The Giza pyramids are one of the 7 wonders of Earth, but why? What do they resemble? Why should we believe Musk's account of the Egyptian pyramids, and how were these enormous constructions constructed? Join me in this video as we examine how Elon Musk has unveiled the solution to the puzzle of the Giza pyramids. One of the 7 secrets whose pieces have never been put together is the puzzle of how the Egyptian pyramids came to be. To explain how these massive buildings came to be, numerous attempts have been made. None of these endeavors, however, has offered a description of what they are. That is satisfying as well as conclusive. The richest man in the world right now, Elon Musk, has lately joined these conversations, claiming to understand what is difficult for others to understand. Never before has the history of the Egyptian pyramids building been so timely. Egypt is the only location on Earth that can be compared when there is a serious discussion about the possibility of extraterrestrial life. Long ago, during the time of the Pharaoh who united Egypt, massive constructions in the shape of pyramids initially appeared. The splendor of the Egyptian countryside was enhanced by all of these pyramids. According to the evidence, the 104 pyramids with superstructures and the 54 pyramids with substructures were most likely built around 4,600 years ago. This reign contains some of Egypt's most magnificent tombs, many of which date back to the Old Kingdom. Size, age, celebrity, and the various explanations for their birth all add up to something truly epic. People from different walks of life have visited Egypt primarily to see these structures, from famous scientists to regular guys. The most fascinating aspect of them is that they have survived for over 4,000 years. While remaining upright, they are just incredible. The Egyptian pyramids have truly withstood the test of time. People today would probably think that we're insane if we asked them to construct something that would have lasted for the next 5,000 years. There is more to the massive self-standing and easily recognizable structures than meets the eye, despite their popularity in many parts of the world. Little is known about them. Experts in science, engineering, and architecture were perplexed by the project execution due to the high quality of the materials used and the meticulous planning that went into it. From the blueprints to the construction to the materials, it's clear that a lot of effort and thought went into every aspect of their creation. The pyramids were built with granite-looking stones. There was no way for water to get through these stones. This only extended their useful life. These structures are the result of careful consideration and planning. Most experts agree that this was not a groundbreaking study, but rather the application of sound. Scientific principles and practice knowledge about the pyramids in Egypt is one thing, but having a solid understanding of how they were built is entirely different. Due to this factor, their construction has remained a mystery up until this day. Where did the men of ancient times between the years 2550 BC and 2490 BC get the skills, technology, and ideas to bring them to pass again? How did they accomplish the construction of such enormous structures in the relatively short amount of time that they did? The more you attempt to find answers to these questions, the more ominous things become. There have been many different hypotheses proposed in an effort to explain the intricate nature of the pyramids that were built in Egypt. The majority of these hypotheses are regarding the construction and technique of the building center, on the concept that enormous stone blocks were carved out of quarries with copper chisels, and then these blocks were dragged and lifted into position. The primary point of contention centers on the procedures that were utilized in the relocation and resetting of the stones. In addition to the numerous open debates, there have been disagreements regarding the type of workforce that has been employed. The ancient Greeks who witnessed the event many centuries after it had already taken place believed that the pyramids were built using forced labor. Archaeobiologists came to the conclusion that tens of thousands of skilled laborers camped near the pyramids and worked for a salary or as a form of tax payment, until the construction was finished. After discovering worker cemeteries in 1990, there have been numerous incoherent theories proposed to explain the pyramid's construction, but there have also been some plausible explanations. However, not even one approach has been able to produce a solution that has garnered widespread support. Up to this point, it is not uncommon to find a quote or mention of Elon Musk in a post discussing a topic that appears to be relevant to every person on the planet. This time around, he did not miss out on participating. It was on Twitter, by far his preferred platform, where he initially disseminated the astounding news that has everyone talking. His followers had no choice but to read his writings over and over again in order to confirm their impeccable truthfulness. His claim revealed that there could be another side to the coin that we are unaware of, and that the rabbit hole is likely to go deeper. The idea that these pyramids were not built by men but by aliens is not only an overactive imagination, but also a terrifying one. Aliens built the pyramids. Obviously, the billionaire American tweeted, "This was the first step towards adopting an entirely new point of view." His followers did not disappoint once more. Following the claim's dissemination, the tweet was forwarded over 84,400 times. Naturally, this is only scratching the surface of people's reactions to the claim. Because the pyramids appeared to be so intricate, he struggled to understand how the ancient people had built them. He believes that an extraordinary being from another planet or another dimension is responsible for this. To put it another way, if they didn't have alien help, they wouldn't have ever existed. In a response that was published a little under 24 hours after the initial post, Rania Al-Massaj, Egypt's Minister of International Cooperation, stated that she enjoyed Musk's work and thanked him for his contributions. In addition to this, she strongly suggested that he investigate the history of the Egyptian pharaohs in order to gain a better understanding of the construction of the pyramids. To be more specific, she wanted him to gain additional knowledge regarding the building of the pyramids. The thing that stood out the most was the fact that she invited the tech guru to make a trip to Egypt so that he could see the pyramids for himself. What would a trip to Egypt by Elon Musk mean for him, the country, and the continent of Africa in general? Musk has a stellar business reputation. His efforts and business activities are clear evidence of this. Despite their unconventional nature, his ideas aim to make the world a better place. If Musk ever visits Egypt, one thing he will do is seize any opportunity that comes his way. Who knows, out of controversy regarding pyramids, Egypt may scale heights that are unthinkable. Well, that will have to wait until Musk confirms if he will travel to the North African country. The post by Elon received mixed reactions. A majority of his followers expressed skepticism from different points of view. This was to be expected, given Musk's reputation as a man who simply says things because he believes. He's entitled to complete freedom of expression. He has a record of saying things that are not true in reality, and it seems like some of his points of view are influenced by the kind of TV shows and video games he likes to play and watch. However, not everything he mentions is for entertainment or passing the time. He, like any other businessman, is certain about what he tells the public. A well-known man responded to his post in a way that drew everyone's attention. He claimed that whatever Elon shared was a hallucination. In a widely shared video on an Arabic social media platform, Zahi Hawass called Musk's claim a complete hallucination. Seemingly, the author of this statement clearly does not believe intelligent life exists somewhere in the universe. In addition, he does not accept arguments that cannot be suggested by scientific research. Elon Musk later tweeted a link to a BBC history page that details the lives of people who built the pyramids. Writing this BBC article provides a sensible summary of how it was done. This page describes the history of the Egyptians who built the pyramids. The idea that the building was built by aliens is purely speculative. However, this does not prove conclusively that aliens were not involved in the construction of the pyramids. Most likely, Elon felt compelled on the spur of the moment to express himself verbally once more. When it comes to the debate over whether or not aliens do or do not exist, Elon has just ratcheted up the tension by raising the stakes. Even though there has never been any proof in the form of physical evidence that aliens exist, he is of the firm belief that they are out there watching over us in some capacity. In addition, Elon asserts that extraterrestrial beings were responsible for the construction of the pyramids, despite the fact that there has never been sufficient evidence. To suggest that extraterrestrial beings have visited our planet, let alone built massive stone structures for no apparent reason, it appears that the time has come for us to unearth the complete and unadulterated reality. Regarding extraterrestrial beings spending more time attempting to figure out how man built the pyramids appears to imply that the answer lies elsewhere. Some historians and Egyptologists believe that extraterrestrials built the pyramids. Despite the fact that mainstream academics have largely rejected this theory, many people will probably roll their eyes when they hear this theory. The idea is that aliens have come to Earth to make contact with humanity. On the other hand, given where we are now in terms of knowledge, it may be reasonable as a natural explanation. To summarize, ancient cultures lacked the technology to construct the pyramids, and with today's technology, we can't even come close to replicating the Egyptian pyramids. What are your thoughts on the subject? Please share your thoughts with us in the space provided below. Anyway, gentlemen, if you want to see more interesting videos, just click on the video above. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications turned on so you don't miss any Elon Musk news.